pick or by any means.
Rotation is a lot harder on this map, and it's going to be a problem for Vasco to hold on if
We
they
did
do lose the bomb site.
The last time these two teams played, they did actually play on Compound for third map, and it did go the way of Vasco. It was 10-6. Besides that, we also had, so the one time that Vasco fell on this map, it was against Evolution Power Game. That was a 10-5. So that's the one time. The one other time that they lost on this map, CaraHouse have only played it once, and that was against Vasco. So definitely not a map that they have picked many a time. Generally just going for the more standard maps of Ankara, Black Widow, and Port.
We'll have to wait and see as Vasco. They're going to kick us off in the blacklist side, and they will have to break the defense if they want to pick up some rounds here. We do have MG up in Watchtower, but having a good read is going to be a nade stack coming his way. Unfortunately for CaraHouse, MG gets to live another day and another round. Minute onto the clock, and looks like the aggression may just happen down towards the A bomb site being held down by Rambo and Kimbum. Kimbum, though, is going to have a slow day yet again. I think he only had about 4 or 5 kills coming in out of Ankara, as most of the work has been done by Dola and Rambo. For now,
yeah,
out of A, and they gather back down towards middle.
I think that CaraHouse, they've been together as a 4-man unit for an extremely long period of time. Even back towards 2021, and maybe even before that. So it's been a while, as here comes a lot of them into the A site, but we do see CaraHouse is ready to go. Kimbum gonna put up 3 kills, as that is the caster blessing. You say, oh, I don't know about this guy. All of a sudden he pops off. That's the way it goes as MG comes in, and he will get a headshot there finally with a pistol, but only with 15 seconds left. He is going to go down to a nade as Dola says, I don't even need to shoot you. Just going to use this here potato.
Ouch! French fries flying his way. Fortunately, Vasco's going to drop that for first round, and like I said, the caster curse, or the caster praise, whatever you want to call it. Kimbum shows exactly to us why he is on this roster. Picks up a quick triple to win the round for his team eventually. And now moving into round number 2, Vasco is going to be coming in down double pillars. We do have a nade being cocked by Dola. It could make some value out of that one. But the replay here coming in towards A, and somehow picks up a huge triple. Nobody looking towards that A connector. So that was some naughty triple kill coming out.
Naughty, naughty. Yeah, he made them look silly on that A site. I think that Vasco, you know, they bought a lot of time. They waited as long as they possibly could, and then they just kind of went mid to A. A little bit lackluster. Like, MG was following up from long, but he was a little bit late as well. So wasn't quite meant to be for that push. I think was not the most impactful one, I would say, out of what I've seen from the side of Vasco on this map. So they're going to try once again, this time through A long, although Kimbum is doing the jump spotting here at the box. And so he is going to take a little bit of damage, but he already probably saw at least one person, and that should give a little bit of information. And you see they've got 3 people here on the A site now. Vasco could rotate, though. They could easily just go mid to B from this point in time.
Well, there's only 49 seconds remaining. Seconds. Too much of compound happening to me right now, but the setups are now being thrown out towards A, and the sender is going to be down towards B. As Rambo's holding a good angle, finds one opening. Shady with an arm as well as waiting deep in the servers as well. So Vasco is now boxed in. Their death stuck, can't go anywhere but fall to the hands of Rambo. Almost going for the third, but VNC quick to spray him down. 19 seconds and they will have to go somewhere. There's not enough time. The MG goes down as well to make things worse. 10 seconds and ticking. Silva coming in from the backside while waiting in the bomb sites by Kimbum. VNC all alone. 4 seconds and he's got no interest in going down just yet. So CaraHouse is going to be able to secure the second round by time. It's going to be down to 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. I think that they had a great read on that one. Rambo just hiding in spawn, waiting for the push to come in. The smoke as well, right in front of the B door, was critical. I would assume that's from the side of CaraHouse because it really made the push from Vasco very difficult because now you're going mid to B. You're trying to push into B or at least into the spawn, but you got to go through a full smoke, and there's 2 snipers covering both sides. It's a full crossfire in the game of Crossfire.
Dola, he was just tap shooting for the gap of the window, and VSU ran in.
Yeah.
Just crossing to lose his head up. Yes, sticks his head out. Probably not the right time to do so, but he does go down, and does slow down the push from Vasco as they're going to be gathered outside B. Shady thinking of swinging out. Extra close to do that. Dola finds a second of his own. In the process, Salva goes down. Triple kill already for Dola. Can he finally get the ace and says no?
MG.
This is going to be MG.
What a guy. That was kind of insane. And now just running into mid is Rambo, just straight up assuming that the ally of MG would be with him. And Action's like, okay, thank you for the free kill. Now he's on the run. As we do have a flash thrown in as well just to delay the push of Kimbum, but Action is waiting for it. Going to spot him again, stays alive. And this bomb is going all the way over to A. Meanwhile, Action trying to push into this one.
Ooh, what if Kimbum does catch MG on the rotation here?
I think he heard him.
No problem, but Action will put some bullets, and MG is going to be able to get into the bomb site without dying. Action will find the bullets onto Kimbum to take the kill, and we are going to have 2-1 on the scoreboard. And just outside of B, bunch of bodies laying around, even Mega V Stallion is going to sing that song, Body, to us viewers. But for now, Vasco finally picks up a round. They need to make a foothold into coming into compound. That's going to be 2-1, and looks like they want to go down towards double pillars once again. It was a successful trade. Like, not the most successful trades of all time, but if you are able to take down Dola and Shady and lose 3 players, it's not the worst of all things, so we'll have to wait and see if they're willing to do it this time again. Dola waiting, VNC, the charge is going to be swinging in. Shady, though, is going to wait with an arm, and VNC smartly crouch walking. It's going to be Fefe going down, who was a little bit careless, and the mistake will punish him. In the meantime, Kimbum swings out. Action goes down. Dola, though, waiting on the other side of all things. Can he line up 2 headshots?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they just have 2 guys covering this room over and over. And once again, they try to arrest it here on the side of Vasco. They got away with it last round, but they're not going to get away with it this time. They're just taking way too many casualties on their way through that crossfire that was set up. As our production is showing us, the bomb is way back outside of pillars, just towards spawn, honestly. It's going to take them a while to get going up. There's still time, but a nice little spread here from the side of CaraHouse. And at the end of the day, I think Vasco, you just want to push one site and hope that a spread comes in and you can win a 2v2. It's not an easy call by any means, but it's kind of what you have to do at this point.
I mean, if it's a 2v4, it might as well as go down towards servers. It's easier to hold, given if you're able to clear out the site even on 1v3 clutches. Oh, the barrel is seen. The barrel is seen, and Shady somehow gets a jump onto MG, but VNC props open the bomb site. He has to go pick the C4 back up. So that does delay the time, and the rotation should soon arrive. VNC now posting for the bomb plant in a spot where he can find wall bangs, but Kimbum's going to move in time. And CaraHouse will be able to find their 3rd. It's going to be 3-1 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just maybe expecting a rotation to come out. We saw, as there's Kimbum. He was gone there for a second, just bending over, maybe fixing something. But, yeah, nice try from the side of VNC to try to get that at the end of the day. Kimbum having a big round and having a big day out ever since you said, you know, maybe he has been struggling, and now he's getting on top of the scoreboards for his team. It's just the way it works. And again, they have a big stack here towards the B room, and I think Vasco are going to have to look elsewhere because they've tried a couple of rounds in a row to do this. I know they want to take control of that if they do want to push mid to B as well, but if there is a big committal on that room, you might just have to go into A. And it didn't work for the first round, but send it a little bit early.
I mean, we haven't seen a mid take, and this is going to be a dry push down towards A, and this is catching CaraHouse off guard. Lucas is going to go down, and looks like this one area is going to be fully controlled by Vasco, and they can start picking off players, rotating in one by one. Rambo goes down to the Zane as well, and Kimbo goes down to Fefe. Exactly what I was talking about. Dry push into the players that are not least expecting this. And eventually the bomb does get planted and leaves Shady and Dola to the clutch. So far, Shady not expecting MG to be up on the launch tower. Dola eating a bunch of bullets to his way. How is he even alive? Shady does find Silva for the pistol kill. Not going to happen as Fefe quickly jumps down, guns him out from the lobby.
It's 15 seconds.
There's not enough time for Dola. This is 100% around towards the side of Vasco. It's going to be 3-2. In just about 8 seconds, we'll see the scoreboard update. But yeah, definitely got to compliment Vasco for this one. They read how their send down towards servers may have caused CaraHouse to invest extra players down towards holding down double pillars, and then this time they just go run down towards middle with 0 utils being thrown out.
Yeah.
So, worked out like a magic.
Compound is a pretty wide map. You can still get pretty fast rotations if you do go down mid, and if they're going to stack one side of the map and they get that read, it is very easy to just send in a flash, send in the smoke onto the site, and essentially take it. So, they get that going. Shady up here in the Watchtower, and is going to pick up a free kill onto Action. Will be able to escape as well because nobody else was there on the side of Vasco in mid. Generally, if somebody does that, you see some kind of punish come through, but not if nobody else is there. So Shady, nice little angle from him. He's been so good at getting aggressive as a sniper from Global Risk. I mean, this is like kind of his thing. I feel like he should do it more often, but you can't do it every round, then it just becomes predictable and you just die. So kind of like these rounds where Shady pops off.
Shady popping off, but minute 30 left onto the clock, and down on member is going to be Vasco. And not exactly sure where they want to go. They already used the card to go down towards middle, and they still hold on to every single util, so they can always see something and work something with the smokes they have, but not exactly sure what the angle of attack is going to be. Rambo spots all 3 players jumping, but he does whiff the first shot, and Vasco's going to be quick to moving in, but they're going to be greeted by the triple player setup of CaraHouse holding onto the A-bomb side.
Yeah, still a decent spot for them. They're down a man, but they get spawn rather for free, and now Rambo, he's just not hitting his shots. Lucas there from the window is going to help him out, and now Kimbum is here as well. And Lucas and Kimbum, they save their sniper, and we even have Dola coming in from behind to clean that one up. 4-2 in favor of CaraHouse, as so far they have locked the door in Vasco's face for the majority of these rounds.
You said Vasco has picked Compound, right?
Yes.
And this is not going right for them. Losing 4 rounds, and there's 3 rounds left in the first half, and Vasco will need to find any of these. And so far, it just feels to me that it feels quite impossible to not pick up any of the 3, so we'll have to wait and see. Action in last round. Shady's aggressive push costed him his life, so gonna be playing a little bit more passive coming into round number 7.
Yeah, I would definitely expect him to do so. And I'm just hanging around mid, just waiting. But the issue is that CaraHouse is not winning a lot of rounds by getting super aggressive. Outside of Shady, you know, poking his head out and doing his thing every once in a while. It's mainly just been by holding key parts of the map. And Vasco have not really been able to break into those very easily. Their mid-to-B pushes have not worked. They're going to try to go for it again here, and this time the smoke setup not available, it looks like, for the side of CaraHouse, but they still do have this crossfire going, as that's going to be a very nice jump peek in from the side of MG, but they, oh wow, another shot from MG. He's just waiting for him to hit that doorway, and now it is a free servers over to the side of Vasco. Dola is here. Quite spotted him out. Fefe might have seen his head there, and you know what, with the grenade coming through, looks like maybe they do know he is here.
And Action will tap the head up Dola. who was coming in from double pillars side. Bomb timer sticking down on Rambo, and Kimbom has the ult to do 2v5 to make things even worse. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Rather just use this time to talk over some tactics. But Vasco trying to find their third and bring us closer to a tie is going to have a successful mid to B execution, and it works out like a magic. MG at for kill. Kimbom taking a bunch. Is going to fall back. Eventually goes down to Silva. And we will have Vasco picking up their third round. 4-3 on the scoreboard. And looks like mid has been working out for Vasco. Not because of Vasco taking mid nicely. It's more of just CaraHouse not being able to control mid at all. It's come down to that, but Pillars now being contested. Lucas taking a bunch. Gola swings out, gets one like a straight by VNC instantly. And Lucas trying to get more, but he cannot. As Shady gets a collateral. Silva and VNC goes down in a single bullet. And MJ in action is now left scratching their heads like, oh, what happened?
What are we gonna do? That's the question. But they spot Shady again, and maybe they just run in a straight line. Maybe that's the call here. But all three members were angling towards B. Now it's gonna be two of them. Oh, Shady. A little bit awkward falling down there, but that is just fine. Actually gonna throw in a grenade. It's not gonna hit anyone. They look to back out of this room. We also do have Rambo on a bit of a solo mission, pushing out of A and looking to get the flank onto these two members. Let's see where he waits. Ooh. I do like this spot. This is rarely checked.
It's not only rarely checked, he has a really good angle, and you can start shooting first is what I essentially want to talk about. Action swings out, gets knocked out. The bomb is down too. And now MG comes around the corner, gets the frag, but now the information has been passed down. Well, eventually Shady and Kimbom's going to go for that 1-1 split. And now begins the game of hide and seek, because Kimbom and Shady, they can hide by the bomb sites, not in the bomb site and somewhere near the bomb site. Just listen for the bomb plan and, you know, peek out and take the kill easily. So let's see if MG can win the game of Tom and Jerry as he jumps out the blue site. Kimbom can't do much with the pistol. Put to a good use, tapping the player out. But MG last time, he had no bullets, and he's not going to go for the reload. 7 bullets in there. Shady did arrive for the support, and finally MG gets the reload done.
He has no idea which angle Shady's coming in just yet. He's still checking all of them, but now he's going to know 100%, and he hits that shot. MG in a huge clutch moment against so many 1v1s. He takes them all down. And he will pick up a 4th round here for Vasco. He's keeping the minute, essentially, and that is a big one for him. 9 kills, rather, in the 8 rounds here. And now Sylvie just going to get a grenade kill here on the Shady. Must have done some extra damage ahead of time because he just went down to the grenade.
But yeah, eventually MG, Vasco's making MG pull off those 1v2 clutches like hot knife through butter. Easy said than done. Or easy done now, that being said. So another round seemingly going towards the side of Vasco as, like you said, Shady going down to the nade of Silva and Kimbom going out in the gunplay. The replay here from MG. 1 tap to Kimbom. He couldn't do much, and then somehow MG doing this. Crazy. And he's going to be able to secure the round for his team. But down 2 members coming into round number 9. This is, of course, the last round of the first half. The C4 is going to be picked up by Fefe in a moment. As we have VNC kind of tucked up in the long corner. See if he can swing any moment soon. But there's only a minute left on the clock, and now Vasco has to see if they can just move in as a whole.
Yeah, looks like they are going to cut down and just wait and see if anyone wants to try to get aggressive, and they will, but it is Lucas who pops out in mid and just gets a free kill, but now Dola, Dola is quick with it. MG could not even react. And now as Vasco, you're in a very awkward spot. What do you do with this one? It looks like they want to back away, actually, and go towards B, I suppose. Maybe try to re-peek towards where Dola is, but at this point in time, could definitely go either way. As Lucas once again going to pop out. Perfect timing from him, but Action does trade it back. Now 2 members of Vasco pushing in towards B.
Servers is going to be off the choice, but Dola has arrived already for reinforcements. And Silva almost going down, but Action will find the better of Dola. So Servers is now completely wide open. Rambo has to do it all. Silva's got that wall angle already set up. Rambo did come in, does go out. So finally, Vasco's going to pick up their 5th. It's going to be a 5-4 half once again. Well, this.
Yeah, 3 rounds in a row for Vasco on this one. So some really close ones as well. I mean, that one went down to the wire in a 2v2, and they handled it very nicely. You know, they back away, they push in. They also had the lead earlier on. It was like 5v3, and then, you know, 1 by 1. They got caught out, as speaking of which, we did have MG trying to push up mid, and he does get sniped down by Rambo, who was waiting for it. So that's not going to be a good start for Vasco this time around.
No, not at all. Especially that's MG going down, but Action could come in huge here. By the buck, the straight down, but there's too many of CaraHouse to handle. He goes down to the trade as well. Fefe doesn't do a favor. Down, out towards middle, but is that going to be enough? Probably not. As Vasco's going to have to play with 2 players down. VNC on the rotation gets a good drop onto Lucas. Lucas was ready, but it looks like VNC found the better of player. As Fefe now hot shots down towards middle. We're equalized back on 3 to make things a little bit better for the side of Vasco. Although the health situation seems to be pretty equal on both of these teams as well. Now CaraHouse coming on top of Connector, going closer towards A, but VNC's position right behind the boxes. Action failed to do so in the B connector. Can VNC do it out in a long waiting? He didn't check. VNC was looking at the wrong time, and the bomb site is now being contested. Fefe did arrive for the support. I think he should have spotted the tip of the leg there, and now he's calling it for support. He swings out, gets 1, but only 1 and only 49 seconds. The bomb is now going to get planted.
See, Silva's got to get in pretty quickly. He wants to take that trade against Shady. Tons of damage on a Shady through the office wall. And now a chance. Silva 100 health and an M4 against 2 super low health guys. This is like the dream scenario if you're going to try to clutch. As he spots him, but he gets shot in the head by Shady with the quick shot. Shady will tie things up once again. We saw a bunch of early pickoffs from the side of CaraHouse onto Vasco in the beginning of that round, but Vasco were able to trade it back and make it actually a pretty close round. So shout out to them. Could have easily just been a one-sided round to CaraHouse, but it didn't quite end up that way.
And then now I'm thinking to myself, if MG didn't go down in the middle, then this round could have been Vasco's, and they're probably going back to that last round. I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, why did we go out a little too aggressive? So this time, both players are going to be playing pretty passive. Action, G, and then G is going to go for some punches. And now the aggression is going to come down towards A. The support has arrived. Action will find 1 in heaven. Second 1 in heaven. For the third, not going to happen. But VNC from out all the way in a long. Find that drop into Lucas, and that leaves Shady to do the work. Does get the kill. And he is the only player alive. Gets the bomb planted. It's Fefe in a 1v1, and he will not miss these shots. And the bomb should be defused, and Vasco will pick up their number 6.
Yeah, I like that aggressive swing, actually, from Shady on long. That's really the only reason why he was able to make it interesting, is that he really got the jump on that member of Vasco and picked up that 1v1 in his favor, got that bomb planted. But at the end of the day, Fefe just too strong. Very aggressive push from the side of CaraHouse, and it nearly worked out for them. Don't see that all the time on this map. As now, speaking of aggressive pushes, Vasco pushing out of pillars themselves, maybe looking to go for a little scrap in mid.
Scrap in middle, of course. Nola goes in, Nola goes down. And Lucas goes down to the gun of Silva as well. So all of a sudden, Vasco trying to get map number 2 to themselves as well, especially this being their map pick too. Kind of struggled in the first half, but coming into the second half, the aggression is absolutely paying them dividends. Picking off 2 kills down towards middle already, and having no interest in holding double pillars. They're going to book it again. And yeah, Shady And Rambo has to start clearing out double pillars by themselves.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for them. Lots of work on their shoulders. I liked how they kind of had a crossfire. MG getting aggressive from mid, and then the two guys that were pushing through the pillars stairs. That was, you know, nice little amount of support from MG from mid. You don't see that all the time, especially because MG was in kind of a vulnerable spot by pushing out. But it worked out with flying colors, as now Silva gonna shoot Shady a bunch and gets out after getting the information. Has VNC and Fefe here. So that's not the way you're gonna go. CaraHouse are like, okay, we're gonna back away. We don't want to go this way. They're gonna leave Rambo actually for now.
Not.
Yeah, just kidding.
Well, only 40 seconds and CaraHouse has to make the best out of this round with only 3 players. They're going to switch off down towards middle and have a flank sent by Rambo down towards A. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, but actually quickly taps out one and sprays on the second. The bomb is down and Rambo is left all alone. I'm not sure what he can do with only 19 seconds being tucked up outside of servers here, all this.
Well, he's going to try to make a highlight reel, essentially, but he's not winning any rounds this time around. But he's going to get some pretty cool shots down, and that is about it. As the timer ticks down, we'll be 7-5 in favor of Vasco Esports right now, looking to potentially pick up the 2-0 lead here in this first best of 5 of our playoffs. And at this point, CaraHouse really struggling from the Blacklist side. Their pushes have not been very clean, and Vasco have been just one step ahead with their aggression.
Aggression indeed, and CaraHouse is going to be gathering themselves outside of servers, outside of double pillars, and now start clearing it. As MG is going to be looking down towards the middle, and it's going to be Silva, who is holding it by himself. Could be problematic. And here's the go sign. As CaraHouse is going to start moving in. Can Silva pull off the 5-7-7? We'll have to wait and see what happens. The setups are now being thrown out. So CaraHouse not really opting to go in down there just yet. Is going to adjust themselves and have a pretty passive rotation. The C4 still outside of pillars. I'm not exactly sure what they want to do here.
Yeah, well, they definitely wanted to rush down and take down Silva, but that didn't work. So now they're just going to drop the bomb off and rotate out of here, because if you're pushing into 3 people that are situated in a good spot with utility setups and stuff like that on the servers, it's not going to happen unless you're, you know, hitting some insane shots and the enemies are missing all of theirs. So smart by CaraHouse to say, okay, they're probably this was pretty funny. Probably just going to back away, or rather, they're going to group up here on the B site. So we should just back away as a team and regroup to go elsewhere. We do have Kimbum and Rambo still sticking around, still hoping somebody will push out and try to get info, but so far that has not happened from Vasco.
I mean, we'll have to see what goes. Flashes out towards B, sent as a fake, and the C4 actually coming out towards A long. Could be an issue. 26 seconds, and the main push is now coming down towards A, but they still have 2 players on the bomb side. MG finds one, Action finds one, MG finds a second kill up on Evan, and the dreams of CaraHouse is completely crushed, and Rambo is dead, stuck here once again, the same spot of the windows outside servers, and maybe he has to go for that pistol kill. Not gonna land that either. It looks like Vasco will pick up round number 8.
Yeah, the thing is that CaraHouse, their strategy they're using would work against a different team. If people are constantly rotating, constantly checking and poking their heads out, sure. But Vasco are just sticking to the sites. And they're just saying, okay, come at us, try to go for a push. And CaraHouse are trying to do all these fancy different like split pushes, and they got Rambo moving in and poking his head in and making noise, and Kimbum running in by himself on a B and just dying. But that means you only have 3 people on the actual push onto A, and they just have MG watching the door. They've got a guy in the front smoking it off. You know, you need more manpower if you're actually going to make a normal push work when Vasco are playing this kind of defensive setup. So it just feels like right now Vasco are one step ahead of them strategically.
MG and Action has 23 kills between the two. These two is just being the double engine, just moving Vasco forward right now. And 8-5, one more round away from map point. And they're going to be playing pretty default. And this time the C4 coming in towards a out towards connector probably is the plan. But Action is going to be holding down towards middle with the support of 2 more players deep down towards B actually. So this mid take could go once again in the hands of Vasco.
Yeah, I would expect that they are ready for this. Fefe watching, Action watching. Some flashes, some smoke over the top as well, and Action just gonna throw a nade in, and then now Fefe and BNC try to peek up, but they immediately both get taken down by Lucas, who is quick on the shots. Also, Dola gonna take down Action, who was trying to move through the smoke. And this time around, a standard push from the side of CaraHouse, and it catches them off guard. Those shots on the entry from Lucas are really what, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back on that one, and just had the waterfall begin. Now MC's going to go down. They found the hiding spot. And so 8-6 now in favor of Vasco.
Let's rock and roll.
I mean, one mistake from Vasco is they're swinging into the push one by one, especially the 2 players that was playing outside of B. They should have swinged it together rather than peeking one by one, because Lucas could easily spray transfer over and over and over again until all 30 bullets is over. So those kind of small mistakes is going to cost Vasco a round. And we're going to be looking at 8-6 on the scoreboard. And CaraHouse has 2 more rounds to catch up to go on to tie here. After a successful mid-take, we're going to be looking at a default split come out from both of these teams as well.
Yeah, generally, if you're both going to swing the corner together, you do like a countdown, right? You do like 3, 2, 1, and then you both swing it. Seemed like maybe somebody went on 1, and then the other guy went on go or something. It just looked a little bit discombobulated, as you were mentioning. So, kind of unfortunate. And Lucas, good enough to hit those shots. VNC here on the jump peak is going to spot a couple of guys here in a room. Takes a bit of damage, but at the end of the day, it's still worth it to stop them from pushing down a long. And CaraHouse looking to maybe go in through mid. This has been working for them, especially when you consider that last round where they absolutely flattened them. As now Dola, though, is going to be taken down. BNC with the opportunistic peek coming out here from the A door. It's going to show that they're not coming in. Silva also getting the off man, the lurk man, and Shady will go down, and now Fefe also going to pick up an M4 shot. Rambo is alone, and it's looking like Vasco maybe going to pick up this 9th round for themselves and bring them to map points to go 2-0. There it is, a 9th round secured by Vasco on Compact.
This time around, Vasco was completely ready to take and hold on to the push CaraHouse was going to give to them. So now we are at map point, like I said, Valdez, 9-6. And Vasco needs to find one more round to take the map of Compound after they stole it away from Ankara from the side of CaraHouse. So let's see if CaraHouse can bring it back. 3 more rounds to go into overtime, and it will be the second overtime of the playoffs, and we'll have to wait and see if that is going to be possible. But 2 minutes left on the clock, and it looks like CaraHouse wants to send it down towards middle. Do you think it's the right choice, Wallace? Because it's been blockaded off last round.
I don't mind it, though. I still feel like it's the strongest strategy from Blacklist on this map, and they're just going to send it one more time. This is the same strategy we just saw the previous round, as everybody will be in Shroud of Smoke. As, I mean, do they even know they're in? It seems like they do with the flash in, but still just holding, and nobody's actually looking at spawn behind Action. If they slow pushed into him, okay, he's going to turn around a little bit. He doesn't know 100% where they are right now. And so kind of a sneaky maneuver from CaraHouse to push into spawn and just wait.
And they double kill quickly with an 8K. Action will return a favor, gets a double of his own. 3v2 and make that 3v1 is Dola. So quick on the aiming. And she goes down without noticing where he died from. All of a sudden, we are at 9-7 as CaraHouse will start catching up to that of Vasco.
Yeah. Still a chance here to pick up 2 rounds. We've seen these teams, the largest streak any team has gone on has been 3 rounds in a row. Both sides have gotten 3 rounds in a row at some point in this map and the previous map as well. And at this point, I mean, CaraHouse, if they continue to get some really strong pushes in, it's a pretty good shot for them to get the job done. And Vasco, you see, they're just going to hold standard for now. VNC's going to check the box a little bit ahead, maybe try to get slightly earlier information. They've got a guy looking towards spawn. They've got a couple of guys in B room just waiting for a push. And CaraHouse considering a gun change here for Rambo. He goes from AK to M4. And just going to try to use that extra firepower. As here's the replay. Rambo, just really nice flick there. And they have to watch Tola as well. The first one's good. The second one is just insane. Second flick to take that headshot down.
But looks like CaraHouse is going to be sending it down towards the middle with only a minute left on the clock. Nate's being thrown out. Go, go, go. They have taken spawn area. Now coming up to the heaven is going to be Action and MG finding a kill each. Lucas does return a favor onto Action. Doesn't get the kill, but looks like the hold is there. Fefe is going to find a quick headshot as well. Shady does drop VNC, but MG does go down in the one tap to Shady, and Lucas will find one tip of his own as well. Silva, last player alive, but the HP situation onto Lucas and Shady is not that great. The bomb does get planted now. That's already arrived in a quick spray down and a double kill. And Vasco is going to secure map number 2 of Compound to themselves. It's going to be a 10-7 on the scoreline.
I mean, you can see he's got a big smile on his face after that one. He pushes early, and they just don't see him. And with the M4, huge penetrative force, and just able to take them both down just like that. Insane stuff as a close map, not quite as close as the first one, but it once again goes in favor of